Hey everyone, I just wanted to give a quick breakdown on how I use the Boss RC600 loop station to record melodies and ideas. I use it for using effects. I don't have any other extra effects pedals or anything like that. Everything I do is through this. I have a $200 amp that I got off Amazon. I have a $300 acoustic electric Yamaha guitar. I'm definitely in need of an upgrade, and hopefully I'll get something like that soon. This microphone is the Shure 89, I think, beta, which is pretty good. I can't sing that well, so I use the auto tune, which is the robot function on the effects loop FX. But I'll kind of walk you through what I'm using most of my tracks for. I usually use the low pass filter, guitar to bass, and distortion. I choose a rhythm that I like, and I use the variations to bring in either a guitar or when I bring in my vocals, I'll switch up the variation. So it does fills, which is cool, but having a live drummer is obviously much better. If you can't have the live drummer and you're working with your feet, if you can reach down and then grab the knob, then you can change it around and make it kind of at least sound somewhat decent, especially if you're going to come in with a solo or bring the vocals in. I just did a little example of one of the tracks that I'm working on. It's just an example. There's some lyrics with it, but the lyrics are whatever. So I'll kind of walk you through it. So for the chords, I'm just using C and E, and hopefully it's not too loud. I'm going to play it now. Hopefully it doesn't blow your ears out. One of the hardest parts about this, and I've only been uploading music to YouTube for about a month now, is getting all the levels right on this. You know, you have your guitar levels, then you have the loop station levels, but there is a mixer on here that's actually pretty decent. I'm just still getting to know it. So I'm going to play the chords that I'm using now, and then I'll bring in the bass. It's pretty repetitive, but it'll work for what I'm trying to show you. I put a bass line on there. It's just a simple scale up and down. It's pretty repetitive over and over again. So for that, I use the low pass filter, and then for the bass line, it's called guitar to bass. There's a lot of effects in here that work really well. I did record vocals using the robot effect, and then you can change the notes. It's basically like an auto tune. So for that, I'm using A, and then I'm switching it up to B, and then back down to A minor, and then mixing A again. Those three notes. I'm not a music theory guy. I don't know. I'm not classically trained. I've never had instruction. Maybe someone else in the comments can tell you exactly why those notes work. I don't know. A, B, and A minor going with a C and E chord progression. But it kind of sounds, it'll go something like this. It's just bear with me because I'm not good at lyrics or singing, so. It goes from A to B, A minor, and it just kind of keeps going like that. So, so I just put some lyrics together and pre-programmed it in so I don't have to do it live in front of you because it's not my thing. Follow me to your end. Let me be your only friend. Cut the cord. Let me in. Promise me we'll meet again. When I play, I usually will solo live over something if I kind of create like a backing track, and then it's just more fun to play a solo over top. So for this, I use distortion mixed with the low pass filter, and it sounds decent. On the distortion, I have it set to the metal setting, which gives it just a little more punch. And the only other thing I'll say is when you, like I had mentioned before, if you're going to bring in the vocals, changing the drums kind of gives it a little bit more feel too. But it's hard to work with your feet and everything. That's why I sit in a chair. So I'll just do a little solo so you can kind of get a feel for how it is. I'm going to unplug the mic so I don't blow your ears out with feedback. Anyway, so that's the general gist of it. There's a lot this thing can do, and there's a lot more I could show you, but I just wanted to give kind of a quick breakdown of the way I go through things. Yeah, and if you want more in-depth explanation as to how I use the drums, the different variations, using fills, setting up intro drums and outro drums, fading in, fading out, quantizing your beats, layering effects, setting up your Boss RC600 to a custom the way that you like it, adding foot effects, adding, doing everything by foot, or whether you like everything on your main page. There's a lot you can do on this. So if you want to learn more about any specific one thing, you can just let me know. You can send me a message or whatever it might be, and I'm happy to go through and break down more of what this machine can do. So hopefully my levels are okay in this video. That seems to be a thing that I'm working on. And yeah, hopefully, as I continue on putting up YouTube stuff, then hopefully my stuff will get a little more professional sounding and everything. So it's a journey. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to go through them and learn together. Peace.